So DC, we got a problem. If you turn on the news everywhere, it's not hard to see the narrative. Oh, DC youth. Oh, DC youth are the problem. They don't got nowhere to go. These kids are so bad. Generation Z this, Generation Z that. And now, it just so happens that it's political season. It just so happens that now it's a talking point. 6 months ago, wasn't no talking point. A year ago, wasn't no talking point. When we told y'all this was going to happen, when we told y'all kids needed help, real help, not just slices of pizza. When we told y'all they needed real change, real legislation, real help, they couldn't be bothered. The politicians, I mean. But now, it's on the front page of every news channel, every paper, every magazine, every blog is talking about this. And what's funny is, when local media do what big media do, because local media want to be the big media. So when the big media like the news, Fox, and USA 9, and CNN, when their narrative is DC youth is the problem, when the DC government narrative is DC youth is the problem, when the White House is saying DC youth is the problem, what you think the little blog from around the way gonna do? DC youth is the problem. Shout out to people like the Sice Room, who might show the USA 9 clip. That's a blog, a media outlet, and a great podcast as well. Shout out my man Trey. They might show what happened on Fox 5, the kids running around, the narrative. But then they might show something from Harriet's Dreams or Guns Down Friday or Black Swan Academy or Crowns, my organization. And they might show the Free DC March. They might show the people doing the work in the community. They might show what's happening in PG County, what's happening in the Southeast, what's happening uptown. They might show the full spectrum, but they give it to you both ways, pause. They show you what the mass media is saying, and they're going to show you what's actually happening, boots on the ground. But all y'all not doing that. Nah, y'all want the clicks. Y'all want the views. And so what happens? You push a narrative. So over the weekend, while they trying to push more and more and more curfews and laws aimed at criminalizing the kids, not giving them options and opportunities, but criminalizing them. Not giving them more money than that $7 an hour they pay them for DC summer youth jobs, but criminalizing them. Over 174 youth was arrested over the past year at metro stations, right? So what they do is they find out the kids all gonna meet up at such and such metro station. Kids just sitting out there, they chilling, might have some music, might just be vibing, right? And all of a sudden here come the National Guard, the Army, the FBI, the ATF. They got sirens, they got blowhorns, they got fireworks, literally set off. And so when the kids start scrambling, moving around, now all of a sudden we got you for all these other things, loitering, violating the curfew, moving in big groups, all this other shit. Now when you tracking on the metro station, say you don't have a card, or say you don't got no way to get home, enough money. Right, back in the day, we used to just hop that turnstile, or somebody hold the door, we walk right on through. We all did it. Don't you forget. Don't you forget. I know you got that good government job now. I know you done moved out to Moe County, Charles County. I know you're in Waldorf now. And so now you don't got time to be concerned with them kids, your nieces, your nephews, your babies. Now you can sit back and say, them kids is terrible. Like you wasn't shaking that ass in the go-go. Like you wasn't there on Gallery Place. Like you wasn't at Union Station back in the day at the movies. Don't give me that bullshit. You forgot. These kids just want to be kids. Y'all done took away the after-school programs. Y'all done took away the tech programs in the school. When I graduated, I had niggas that was barbers, mechanics, hairstylists, all that shit gone in PG County. All that shit gone in DC, right? You gotta go to some night school with a nigga who's 40 years old and hope you can get a slot. It's fucked up. But instead of us finding solutions, we wag our tail. We sit around and we point our fingers. So they had the programs over the weekend. Me personally, do one every Friday, sometimes Thursday as well, right there on the south side. Over 150 kids every week for the last 7-8 months. I don't want to hear about, ain't nobody doing nothing for the kids. It needs to be something for the youth. Them kids come down there and feel safe and eat good. And we make sure they straight. We, community, make sure they straight. It ain't just about a me thing, baby. It's a we thing. But instead of y'all adopting this, y'all criticize. Now, some people like the DPR have decided that let's come up with some solutions. Shout out to y'all. Because they've been partnering with me, like I said, for the last 8-9 months. I ain't about to say where. If you know, you know. Right? They've been asking, Floyd, how can we expand this? Other organizations, Floyd, how can we expand this? Right? And so they did it. A youth night, spring fling, all night, curfew aside. But instead of supporting, all you saw was police and federal agencies and authorities everywhere. Here to, again, criminalize them kids. And out of 2,000, 3,000 kids that showed up over the 2 days, maybe even more, it might have been 2 fights, 3 fights. Shit, it's more than that at the go with your grown ass. It's more fights in your mother house, nigga. 3 kids, but you know what? The news was right there. Right there. Using old videos and old footage of kids just running everywhere. People don't know. They just turn the news, oh shit, the kids at it again. Using old clips because their narrative couldn't get pushed. They got to show you the kids being bad, not the kids enjoying themselves. And the news that did stop and talk to some of them kids only had a few questions to ask them. What's going on? What's wrong with them other kids? What's to blame? So now you got kids framing themselves as the good kids, or y'all framing them as the good kids, versus the bad ones. Why don't you ask them what the government in DC could do to help them? Why don't you ask them what they not getting from their schools? Why don't you ask them what they not getting from their council members? Why don't you ask them what they need to be happy? Why you ask them to go on their other people? But they always been about divide and conquer. They always been about separating us, and we stupid enough to let them do it. Now we come on the news, yeah, them damn kids. Yeah, I agree with the mayor. I agree with the mayor. I agree with the curfew. I bet you do. Because you want to go downtown and have a good time. You want to go to brunch and not have to worry about no little niggas that look just like you, who need the same love you need. You don't want to be bothered with them because you done moved up in life. You done leveled up. So here we have it. A little clip, right? And so I saw this. I thought it was very interesting. And I wanted to share it. This is my girl Frankie. Hear what she got to say.
Take this however you will, because I actually don't care. But if your Instagram news page has popped the balloon and big booty bitches and those types of advertisements, I don't trust shit that you have to say about what happened with the youth over the weekend.
Right.
Absolutely nothing, because what you did not show, what is not circulating on all of these hoods and news and Kill Mo's and Only News Live, highlighting the positive things that the youth are doing, but only feeding into this propagandized version, the hyper criminalized, the kids acting wild, and for all of everybody commenting about anything that the youth is doing, anybody, unless you yourself have signed up to mentor, to volunteer, to be outside, to invest in the youth, then I think you should shut up.
I'm going to say even more. I think you should shut the fuck up. I think you should shut the fuck up. You know what's crazy? Rest in peace to my man Doug, God brother, right? We was in, coming up, I got kicked out of DC public schools. I ended up in Suitland. Right? My 9th grade year, I got kicked out of DCPS, or after that. Then they told me I had to go see a psychiatrist to get back into DCPS. Psychiatrist told them people I'm bipolar, I'm manic depressing, all this other crazy shit. DCPS said, oh no. So I ended up at Suitland, right? And I met a lot of great people. Shout out to the Rams. You already know what it is. One of the people that saved my life was this man named Mr. Edmonds. If you in Anacostia High School, you know E. If you've been through the system, DC, PG, you know E. Saved a lot of our lives. And so a group of us at that certain time came together and bonded. One of the leaders of that pack was this nigga named Doug, rest in peace. And every year for 19 years, family gets together to celebrate Doug, call it Doug Day. Now I ain't made all of them, but I definitely made this one this year. And it was so good to see family and old friends and guys that we come up with, women we came up with. And everybody grown. They got their own kids now. Some of them got grandkids now. God damn, make me feel even older, right? And so I'm looking at it. And I'm thinking to myself, what if our lives would have been cut short back then. Me, myself, I was a pistol-toting nigga. Used to keep two on me. One right here, one right there with a pack in the middle, right? Go outside 7 a.m., make my sales, do what I had to do, come back in the house, put everything up for the day. Every day. Now, I also ran across a news clip on Facebook that had a picture of me next to a table full of drugs and guns and money. And the headline said something like, Special District 3 unit executes warrant on black male, 27-year-old black male. Such and such Pennsylvania Avenue. And people in the comments, even people I went to school with, people I knew, oh, that nigga still ain't get it together. That nigga still ain't get it right. He deserved this. He deserved 10 years in jail. He deserved 15 years in jail. I hope they lock him up forever. Good, another drug dealer off the street. Good, another killer off the street. Why does he have them guns? Brothers need to stop killing each other. All this shit that y'all do to these kids was being done to me. So when y'all pat me on the back and y'all say, good job, brother, you one of the good ones. You don't know me, nigga from a can of paint. You don't know my story and I don't know yours. That's the point. We all got a chance to live our story. God willing, I got more to write. God willing, I got further to go. You can't judge the book by the cover, but a lot of people judged me. A lot of people had me figured out. They just knew I would be nothing. I had no offers from colleges. I had a .68 GPA. I had counselors and people, administrators, telling me I was a poison. I caught assault and battery charges. I'm 17 years old. In school, I came to school to sell drugs, handle situations, get the fuck up out of there. I was a rapper. I couldn't be bothered. I had shit going on at home. I had 2 houses divided. My mother over here, my father over here. Family all separated. People, I'm on my own. I'm on my own. I'm on my own. So I thought. And so I lived. And I never asked nobody to take on what I felt like I could carry myself. And I was a kid. So imagine what these kids are feeling on a day-to-day basis. Some of them living in situations you or me could never imagine. Thank God for my dysfunction in my life. Because if you compare my story to some others, God damn, it's night and day. I look like Theo Huxtable maybe, compared to my man whose mother was a crackhead, whose father went to jail for molesting their sibling, all of this shit. So while I'm thinking I have it tough and rough, and I did, you can't compare nobody trauma to trauma. Man, maybe he had it a little bit. And maybe that kid that's in West Africa or Mexico or Dominican Republic or Puerto Rico got stories that'll make that nigga smile and be like, God damn, maybe I had it good. It's always somebody whose shit is worse, is what I'm saying. And so I'm looking at 20 years of my life. Another nigga might be looking at life with no possibility of parole, with fingerprints and evidence up the ass. It's always somebody worse. So how dare we be the judge? Any book, if you're religious, that you might look at frowns on judging each other. The Bible, the Quran, the Torah. The Buddhists don't do it. That's our ego and that's our insecurities. Latching on to finding somebody else to blame and point the finger at. So we don't have to look ourselves in the mirror and do the same for ourselves. These kids are suffering. They need your love, not your judgment. The politicians, they get up there with a go-go band. Hey, y'all. Or walk the streets with all the Jews they know. Or hold the sign and say, vote for me. It's all bullshit unless you come out here on the front lines and you come find some solutions. Results for these people that need them. Not talking points. McDuffie up there got go-go bands out the wazoo. Ain't made nothing for the people in 10 years. No disrespect, McDuffie a cool guy. But y'all keep talking about how he did something for return to citizens. Nigga, that was 15 years ago. What since then, I ask you? Janice is showing some love. She out there boots on the ground. I see you. I see you on the front lines in a lot of places. What's your policy for the people? What are you going to do for the people? Not the people uptown, but all around the city. They need to hear that. They need to hear you. Not just see you with whoever you think gonna get you that vote. They need to see you and feel you up close and personal. This the people. The reason why we love Marion Barry, because he was with the people. That $7 an hour job them kids getting is not cutting it. Y'all shut down the recs, y'all shut down the programs, it ain't cutting it. Shout out to DPR trying, shout out to everybody that is trying. And like Frankie said, if you not yourself doing something to help the people, specifically these kids, shut the fuck up. I mean right now and forever. Because we don't need you in the mix, adding your 2 cents. Y'all niggas ain't doing shit to help nobody but yourself anyway, you coward, sucker motherfuckers. And I said that. And I mean it. If they look at me who I used to be versus now, they'd be like, light and day. But me, I'm the same person. Inside my heart, I'm the same. I'm the same. And so how dare you? I am them. And really, if you truthful about it, you are too. Let's figure out a way to show them some love and get them some help. Get them some options, some solutions. Hear them, listen to them, as opposed to judge them and fear them. They are you, and we are them. You already know what it is. I'm in and out like a light day. I'll be back soon though. Salute.